Does your IPTV picture look dull or overly dark when HDR is turned on? Do colors feel off or washed out even on a 4K display? You're not imagining it. HDR isn't always better. In this guide, we'll break down exactly what HDR and SDR are, when to use each, and how to stop crushed blacks or overexposed highlights. SDR, or Standard Dynamic Range, defines how bright and colorful an image should look on nearly every broadcast signal. Most IPTV live channels, news, sports, entertainment, are all SDR. The best thing about SDR is predictability. Every device knows exactly how to display it. Consistent color, consistent brightness. SDR is still the standard for IPTV. HDR stands for High Dynamic Range, a technology that expands how bright and colorful an image can be. It's not just more color, it's more information. HDR includes metadata that tells your TV how to display highlights and shadows, but every part of the chain, your IPTV source, your player, your streaming box, and your TV, must all handle HDR properly. If any part fails, the image won't look better. It'll look worse. Most IPTV HDR problems aren't caused by your TV, they're caused by the stream itself. Some IPTV streams are labeled as HDR, but are actually SDR content re-encoded with fake HDR tags. Your TV sees HDR and tries to brighten or remap the image, but without correct metadata, the result is gray and flat. Fake HDR causes real problems. For live content like sports or news, SDR still wins. Live broadcasts are almost always SDR because it's faster and more stable. HDR adds extra processing time and can delay sync. For football, racing, or any real-time event, use SDR. Stability beats dynamic range for live content. HDR can look incredible when used correctly. For movies or VOD, HDR brings depth and realism. It works best in dark rooms where your eyes can adapt to the extra contrast, but only switch to HDR when the source is mastered for it, like HDR10 or Dolby Vision. If not, leave it off. Most TVs have multiple HDR picture modes, and choosing the wrong one ruins the image. Avoid vivid or dynamic. They boost color and break tone mapping. Use cinema, movie, or filmmaker mode for natural brightness and accurate contrast. Wrong HDR mode ruins the image. Many devices let you force HDR, but that's one of the biggest mistakes users make. When you force HDR on SDR content, your device expands brightness that doesn't exist, turning natural colors gray and lifeless. Let the content decide, not the menu. Always leave your IPTV player on match dynamic range. It will automatically switch between SDR and HDR. Quick comparison summary. SDR is bright and stable, best for live TV and sports, consistent on all displays. HDR adds depth and realism, best for cinematic content, but needs proper mastering. Choose based on content, not hype. Here's your setup guide. Live TV equal SDR, movies, or VOD equals HDR, if available. Cinema or filmmaker picture mode, never force HDR, match dynamic range on. This setup fixes most IPTV picture complaints. HDR and SDR aren't rivals, they're tools. Once you know when to use each, IPTV looks rich, detailed, and natural. Stream smarter with Zyminex. For more information, please visit Zyminex.com. If this helped, tap like, share it, and subscribe for more IPTV insights at Zyminex.com. Use only licensed content. Follow local laws and provider TOS.